Welcome to the Soul Infused Monday Show. Today is the 5-year anniversary of the Soul Infused Monday Show. I'm blown away myself when I realized that. Now I'm going to take a moment to wait for more people to jump in. And if you're already watching this, please leave me a comment below. I'm going to start in a moment. And let me know if you hear and see me. I'm gonna take a nice deep breath, and I invite you to take a nice deep breath too. Hi, Tine, who is live in the house. Okay, let me give you a few practical things here real quick. Welcome to the Soul Infused Monday Show. Today, 5-year anniversary. On June 12th, yesterday, basically, 5 years ago, in 2017, I did my very first Soul Infused Monday Show. Since then, I've done Soul Infused Monday shows in so many different places, around so many different topics, and I really want to hear from you today. What are some of your best memories, your biggest takeaways, insights, favorite topics? I would love to hear from you today. And I'm going to go over some of the big lessons or some of the foundational pieces to reignite in meaning and inspiration. Now, I'm currently in Spain. I arrived yesterday. I am in a spot where it's the best internet connection that I can have. Anything is possible today. My nephews can come in and run. My parents might start fighting. Internet might switch off. I don't know. I'm here with you, and it's my 5-year anniversary, and I'm so happy to celebrate with you. And let me go over a few places that I were. I was just taking a moment. I didn't even take so much time because I literally traveled the last 3 days to get here. But while I'm sharing a few things, tune in. How long have you been on the Soul Infused Monday Show? If you look back, what are some of the things that you've learned? What impact did it make on you? What pops up in your mind as a memory or a favorite moment or something at all? So as a gift for me today, for my 5-year anniversary, I would love to hear from you. What did the Soul Infused Monday Show do to you? And just for fun, because I researched a little bit, I didn't check all the episodes, but here are all the places that I've hosted the Soul Infused Monday Show live so far. I started in Turks and Caicos when I still was living there. Turks and Caicos Islands, very first Soul Infused Monday Show. And the very first topic is as relevant today, or even more relevant, or just relevant. My very first Soul Infused Monday Show was about creating a morning routine. And I've been talking about this over the years. So I want to recap that for a moment, or remind you or inspire you again to revisit. How does your morning routine look like? How do you start your morning? What do you do first thing in the morning? Because that's how you set the tone for the day. And you can reset, revisit any moment, any day. And we are in the middle of 2022. Half year is kind of over nearly. So you can reset. And a good inspiration is going back to basics. What are you doing first thing in the morning that will set you up to be in a calm, insightful, present, and mindful state? Uplifted, high vibration, whatever it takes. So the first episode of Soul Infused Monday is as relevant as always. After Turks and Caicos, I was traveling a lot. I've done shows in San Diego, in Santa Barbara, in Scottsdale, Arizona, Phoenix, Minneapolis at the airport. I remember that show because I loved it. I was doing it in the airport in front of my little yellow carry-on suitcase, and people were passing by and they were only seeing that I was talking to the suitcase. It was just great. Detroit, Pittsburgh, Seattle, Palm Springs, Dominican Republic, obviously, that I lived for a couple of years. I did a show in Roatan on the coast of Honduras. I did it in Costa Rica, and I think other places as well. But this is my first time being in Europe, in Spain, and I'm at my parents' house. I haven't been with my family for at least 5 years. I think it's 6. And that's a totally story for another time, but I'm going to check your comments now because I'm excited what you are having. I'm so excited. I'm excited and I'm overly tired. I'm jet lagged, and I was also trying to navigate to get as much quiet space for 30 minutes today or less because I have 2 small nephews here. The whole family is together. I haven't even seen my youngest nephew yet because he's 3.5 and I haven't been in Europe for 6 years. So it is quite a get together. So I want to read your comments, and if you're just jumping in, 5 years of Soul Infused Monday, whether you've watched it once, whether you've watched it countless times, whether you've been here with me for 1 year, 2, 3, 4, or 5, tune in, take a breath. What's one of your favorite moments, memories, takeaways? How long have you been watching? Doesn't matter if it's regularly or not. You're welcome to share anything you want to share, or just send me love and congratulations or whatever. I'm in the receiving end today. Thank you, Alyssa. Thank you. Thank you for the love. Thank you, Amy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I see so many thank yous. So I'm going to scroll. I'm going to read all your comments later as well. I learned to move my body as well as listening to it. That's so beautiful. And Amanda, so good to see you again. I love it. Thank you for being here. What a great, great takeaway. Soul Infused Monday. Oops, I lost it. Soul Infused Monday has made me more aware of myself and centering myself. Let's take this for a moment. Everybody, and you listening, take a deep breath. Take a deep, deep, deep breath. Take a moment, this moment right here, right now, to center, to become present, to connect with your body, as Amanda said as well, to listen in, and to be in acceptance with this moment right here, right now. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. Alyssa learned self-acceptance, presence, connection with all these amazing souls. Third eye meditation, being more intentional. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm gonna take all of your comments because any comment, any takeaway, I want to use it today for some of the biggest lessons also, to re-inspire, to reconnect, and to reintegrate it in your life. Self-acceptance. If I learned one thing in my journey, and if you know my story or my main work, starting to doing this work is because I didn't love myself. I didn't have self-acceptance. I was hating myself. I was so self-judgmental. And through my own journey of healing, transformation, and pain, I discovered my purpose. I felt I wanted to give back. So I've talked about self-love and self-acceptance since the very beginning. And one thing I've learned, even in the last 5 years that I've been here with you on the Soul Infused Monday show, is the foundation is still self-love, and it comes up in different layers. There's no such thing, and I spoke about this with someone just recently when I was in Atlanta, a very beautiful young woman, and she was talking that she was on the journey and learning how to love herself, and then that she noticed that it's not as easy as it was, and she thought it's something you do and you're in your check market. No, self-love is a journey, a process. You peel off the layers, and there are certain other layers. I still work on that, or I wouldn't even say I still work on that. It's something that I revisit depending on where you are in your journey. So self-love and self-acceptance. If you have been neglecting that lady or lately, or if you have not consciously looked at that recently, my invitation is to check in with you. How am I talking to myself? What am I doing? How am I moving through life when things are not going my way? What is my inner critic doing? I invite you to love yourself, to accept yourself in situations that you tend to be hard on yourself. One of my favorite quotes is something that says, be kind whenever you can. You always can. Now, it's more directed to other people. And sometimes when I move around in the world and I notice myself in judgment, or if I notice myself that I get annoyed by something someone does, it happened recently at the airport. There was a man in front of me and he had a lot of luggage and he was taking a lot of space and he was moving constantly, and this was disturbing my energy and I was starting to feel upset about it. And then I say to myself, be kind whenever you can. You always can. Be kind. Right? Because this person has his own inner battle, is struggling. We are all stressed out at airports. And so I shift my energy very quickly. Now, I started to also at some point do that with myself, because I know many that it's easier to be kind to someone else, but you are not so kind to yourself. So next time you go somewhere, or you look in the mirror, or you do something and it didn't work out the way you wanted to, or you feel like you're judging yourself, remind yourself, be kind whenever you can with yourself. Be kind whenever you can. You always can. It's a choice, but you can literally be kind. So that was just coming to share too. It's just a few little nuggets today. And if you're joining in just late, I've invited you to share with me one of your biggest takeaways, biggest lessons, insights, memories from Soul Infused Monday, or anything that the Soul Infused Monday actually influenced your life in any positive way whatsoever, or any way. So 4 years. Yeah, Tina is one of my most committed and loyal people. I love you. I'm so proud of you. And I love what you shared here. 4 years. Breathe. Meditate. I see you. I hear you. You are loved. You are responsible for you. Trust the process. I have enjoyed every second. The biggest experience so far has been the retreat in 2019. Yes, that was a very, very special in-person retreat I did. And it's so funny, not funny, but it's actually beautiful to read that, because these are the things that I keep saying and saying and saying and saying. Breathe. Take a deep breath. Do it now. Meditate. Meditate. I see you. I hear you. And yes, you are responsible for your life. You are responsible for how you deal with life. You are responsible what you create, and it's not always easy, and it's certainly a big challenge, but you have the power. You are responsible. And yes, trust the process. In the darkest moments, I tell you, I've been walking this path for a long time, so keep walking. Thank you for sharing. Reliable love. I love how fluid today is, a magical anniversary. Yeah, I've done also quite a few shows where it was simply channeled whatever came into this in the moment. And I feel today, besides to be honest, with all the traveling and then being here with my family since yesterday, there was not a lot of space to think about a specific topic or prepare something specific. And I also tuned in. This is a celebration, and it's also to let come through reminders from the last 5 years, or lessons learned, or simply connecting and enjoying each other's company. Because for me, also, the Soul Infused Monday show is an offering to reconnect on a weekly basis, no matter what the topic is. It's all energy and simply tapping into the field, tapping and listening in, and that alone raises vibration. So, and originally, just for you to know, originally when I started the Soul Infused Monday show, that hasn't changed the intention, it just has expanded. Originally, when I started the Soul Infused Monday show, my intention was to support my private clients in addition to me working with them one-on-one, is to have something in addition, in between, to help them on their journey. And from there, it expanded and expanded and expanded. And of course, it's still a huge support for my personal private clients. And it is a support for anyone who wants to join because it's completely for free. So lots of love, tears, meditation, topics, content, inspiration. Gosh, we've gone through a lot 5 years, right? I've been with you for at least 4 years. Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you. Thank you. I've been here for a number of years, did a training also. You are so giving. Thank you. Oh, my pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for being here for so long and being so loyal. Dancing together was delightful. I have a daily morning gratitude practice. I view sunrises and sunsets. I set intentions daily, weekly, monthly, as well as for the year. You inspired me to get that. I can make choices. You inspired me to get that I can make choices. Beautiful. Self-love, self-care are essential. These are some of my takeaways. Thank you so much, Alan. Beautiful takeaways. And I'm reading also your takeaways because they reignite maybe something that was in you already anyway. So anyone's takeaway is an inspiration for you too. So if you haven't shared your biggest takeaway yet, or a memory, or whatever you wanted to share, please do so, because I love reading your comments, by the way. Okay. Be kind whenever you can, and really, you always can. Yes, you always can. Yeah, thank you. You model what you teach, including your consistency, and you show up even in challenging times. Bless you. Thank you. Thank you for seeing me. It's very true. Yeah, consistency is so crucial. And for me, it has to do with integrity also. But consistency for you, whatever is important to you, consistency is key. Showing up for yourself or for whoever you want to show up in, no matter what. I think in those 5 years, I did not show up live, I think twice, but only because I was in a plane and I literally couldn't get any connection. And one time only, I didn't show up because I was really sick. And throughout my surgery last year, I took a month off because I did that very consciously and intentionally. But yeah, I showed up every Monday. I show up. And I show up for you, and you seeing me and appreciating the offer means a lot to me. I really appreciate that. Thank you for seeing me too. Community, friendship, yes. Boundaries, yes. I love to talk about boundaries. I've been here pre-Soul Infused Monday. So honored. Oh yeah, Lisa. Yes, some of you have been with me way before the Soul Infused Monday show, because I've been doing this obviously much longer than 5 years. But the Soul Infused Monday show has been a big part in the last 5 years. So I invite you for a moment. Just tune in with yourself. Take a deep breath. Use this opportunity. And I'm going to ask you a question. But first, tune in. Become present. You might even want to close your eyes unless you're driving, obviously. Relax your base. And over the years, when I tune in, we spoke about morning routines, how to raise your energy, how to handle emotions. We talked about sexuality. We talked about money, a relationship, health, love, you name it. Topic of boundaries, so many beautiful topics. Now, whether you've been with me on the journey for a week, for a year, 4, 5, or 10, you've been on your own journey as well, doing your own things with me and beyond with me. Now, I invite you to tune in for a moment and ask yourself, what is one thing that you want to celebrate for yourself right now that has to do with your own personal growth? It can be an accomplishment, but I'm talking about an inner accomplishment, not so much an outside accomplishment. That might be part of it, but if you think first of an outside accomplishment that could be business related or money related or something else that is not necessarily an internal, that came with an internal process. So I invite you today, right now, this moment, while you're listening, to tune in. And I want to give it a minute of space so you can really take the time to close your eyes, to sit there for a few moments and tune in to one thing that you want to celebrate about yourself and your personal growth journey right now. Relax your body and tune in. Relax the muscles on your face. Relax your base. Let the energy rise and let it go beyond the mind. Connect to your heart and look back. Maybe look back 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months, 5 years, however long you want to look back on your journey. What is one thing that you're open, willing, and happy to celebrate right now and to see it with gratitude and acceptance and honor and pride and joy? What is one thing that you want to celebrate today about your own personal growth? And I would love to hear it. Of course, you don't have to. Maybe it's very private, maybe it's very intimate. And you can also send me a personal message. But right now, for the last few moments here on the Soul Infused Monday show, I invite you to really celebrate yourself as well. And if you're willing and open, share it with me. And if you're listening to this particular episode on a podcast platform or Insight Timer where you are not able to leave comments, leave me a review or send me a personal message. I would love to hear, what are you celebrating about yourself today? And while you do that, I'm going to read a few more comments. You always show up for us. Thank you, Tina. Community, yes. The retreat in 2019, where I met some very special people. Beautiful. And by the way, and I've announced it here and there, and I'm also offering only one person, only solo VIP retreats, but I am going to offer solo retreats and also a group retreat, most likely in Costa Rica. And I don't have specific dates, but it's coming again. Retreats are coming and will be a very magical experience. And they're going to be maybe even more powerful and meaningful and necessary after the last 2 years and the pandemic and everything, like to really reconnect with yourself in a beautiful environment with nature. So I'm super excited about that. I'm not selling anything today. I have nothing to sell. I'm just planting the seed. So if you're interested, I'm going to open up the doors for the wait list and to get information soon, but I'm not ready yet because I'm traveling. There is no better gift than consistency. You are the queen. It's so few, if any, suggestions, Sonia. Thank you, Alyssa. I really appreciate that. You know, it's true. You know, it's being consistent and really showing up no matter what. And I've done shows, feeling sick, feeling depressed, feeling happy, feeling good, freaking out because internet is not working, sitting on the floor somewhere in hotels. It has been a real great journey for me too. And I appreciate you, because if you wouldn't show up, I would have no one to talk to on a regular basis. So I give my gratitude to you as well. I want to celebrate. Here's a celebration. I want to celebrate that I am thriving, not merely surviving. Beautiful. I celebrate that with you. Let's all thrive. I am learning how to be happy with self, myself and others, how to be less triggered and more kind. That's a wonderful thing to celebrate, Len. I'm so happy to help you on this journey. Thank you to you and all of the wonderful people I've met. My pleasure. Amanda wants to celebrate, to integrate my whole being into one. Beautiful. Another takeaway. I purchased a small condo facing the beach in 2021. This was a dream. This was my dream. Your beach life setting has been inspirational. Oh, I love hearing that. Yeah. Obviously, I have a different setting right now, but yeah. How many shows did I do with the beach behind me? Plenty, plenty. And I'm going to share one last one, but please keep them coming anyway. I will read them, even if I'm not reading them out loud here. I celebrate that I am allowing myself to be visible much more than I did before and still working on it. Beautiful. Yes, yes, and yes. Okay, last one. I am so happy to say I started my self-love journey with you. I have a meditation practice and I know who I am as a result of our work and wonderful retreat and the world journey I courageously took to join the amazing group. Yeah, I want to, this is inspirational. I remember Gail, who just, she came to the retreat as well. It was in 2019 in the Dominican Republic. And she was so courageous. She flew to a airport that was several hours, I think 7 hours away or something. And she took different buses. She does not speak Spanish. And she arrived to the retreat. And it was an incredible transformation for her. Gail, I remember that. And that spirit and your openness. And just having done that journey to get there was already a growth opportunity. So thank you for sharing. So happy. So happy. Well, I'm going to read another one. Then I'm leaving. I am now hopeful about life. I have started to integrate all I've learned. Oof, get goosebumps. I rise above victimhood quickly and now know it is not who I am ever. Every moment is about transformation and consciousness. I finally have the courage to move out of the state. So proud. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm on my way finding my worth. Yes, so good, so good, so good. Even though today was not necessarily a specific topic and it was more of a celebration and a sharing, I hope this was valuable for you and there were a few reminders or takeaways to revisit, to retake, to re-inspire. And if nothing else, I invite you, stay consistent, keep showing up for yourself, keep showing up for your own growth, keep showing up for your pain, keep showing up for your love, keep showing up for whatever is needed in that moment to be your most authentic self, with everything that is included, with the so-called good times and the dark moments, with the pain and the joy, with the love and the anger. Keep meditating. It's time to bring joy, love, and more playfulness back into our lives because the last 2 years have been quite challenging and made an impact on us, whether you consciously noticed it or not. The whole matrix in the world right now, at least as much as I can feel into the matrix of the world, is still quite shaken and it's still quite disrupted. So it's really in every individual now gets to come back to center, to settle and ground again, and to unplug from the energies that is not yours, so that you have your own space. Because if you don't have your own space where you feel safe and where you feel connected, it's very hard or nearly impossible to really make a difference in the world. Start within your own world first, and then be the ripple effect for others. On this note, thank you for being here today. Come back next Monday for a new episode of Soul Infused Monday. I love you. I appreciate you. I see you. And I'm excited. I am excited to be on this journey here with you. You are not alone. Much love.